Hey there, it's me, your favorite libertarian. Today we've got a treat for you. We have a fanny pack that is not just a fanny pack. It can do a lot of things, and some of those things may surprise you. If you have any prayer requests, I take those, so put those in the comment section below. Thank you to Acetac for providing this for review. If you want to save money on Acetac gear, I can't tell you what website to use, even though it's in the description or the pinned comment, and I can't tell you what my code is, even though it's in the link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, with no further ado, let's get into the actual video. All right, so we've got the fanny pack, we've got the battle pack option, and we have the dangler. Which one should we get into first? How about the most incognito of the options, the fanny pack? Please enjoy this fanny pack modeling. So you can see you've got your clips here. They are actually removable. You also have a lot of excess strap if you are a little bit bigger around, and you have quite a bit of space in here to fit all sorts of stuff. You got a little front compartment here, no Velcro in there, and you have a spot for, you know, things. We're getting ahead of ourselves though. Let's look at all of the compartments first. So we have our Velcro-less compartment in the front, for chapstick, stuff like that. You also have a big spot for the female Velcro. You have elastic loops, and you have a divider that is smooth if you want to divide things in the pack. Now let's see what you can fit in this thing. Full-size Glock 17, check. Full-size M&P optics ready with a TLR1 HL and Bravo concealment torsion 3.0 holster, check. SIG P365X macro comp, check. Expandable baton, sure. Pepper spray, why not? How'd that get in there? Mall action figure, a Type 98 Shingunto from World War II, check. A lightsaber. As you can see, you can fit a lot of stuff in it. Moving on. Option 2, the dangler. To configure this in the dangly configuration, all we're gonna do is pop these little clippy-doos off on the left and, dare I say, the right side, exposing the ability to not have the strap attached. As you can see on the back here, we've got some Molly laser cut, but we'll get to that later. First, we're going to take the Velcro, unvelcro the Velcro from the Velcro, and pull out our little flap here, or should I say large flap, attach it to our plate carrier, flip down the placard, and wouldn't you know it, we are now dangling. Now there's all sorts of things you can put in here, obviously. You can put another gun in here with the Velcro holster. You can put medical, all sorts of other stuff. And then if we use that Molly on the back and some straps, you can attach it to any other part of your plate carrier for even more versatility. I guess technically that Molly thing was option 3, so now let's get to option 4, which is going to be the battle pack configuration. As you can see, I am able to stuff this entire IFAK in here and probably have enough room to spare for 2 or 3 total IFAKs because there's so much room in here. I have my cat tourniquet on the bottom, and if I want to throw other things in there like flashlight, radio, cell phone, whatever else, I can because there is a ton of room. Even enough room for my chapstick. On the back, you have these 2 inserts. Technically, it's 1 insert that holds 2 magazines that comes included at this crazy price. So I can put my, of course, YouTube compliant 29 rounders in here, along with my strap, and have a very versatile configuration for home defense on a budget. Ding! Scenario, you wake up in the middle of the night. You throw in your swag at the same length as your fanny pack because you're too lazy to change the strap. You grab your rifle. You take out some bad guys. Oh no, you gotta reload. More bad guys. Well, this isn't working. Let's try something else. You wake up again. You throw in your swag pack, this time a different way. You grab your rifle. Oh, it's on now. Take out the bad guys. Oh, you gotta reload again with those YouTube compliant mags because they're so small. Take out some more bad guys. Oh no, you took incoming rounds. Get your tourniquet. Apply it. Stop the bleeding. Take out the other bad guys and save the day. Besides the versatility of the swag itself, you also have a lot of versatility in the colorations and camo patterns. You have multicam, multicam arid, multicam tropic, woodland M81, jungle frog skin, desert frog skin, splatter, ranger green, and coyote brown if you want some more incognito colorations. As you can see, here are the tech specs. If you want to know the sizing of this and what you can fit in it, there it is. And a little bit more information is found on their website as well. If you do want to pick this up, again, you can use my code to save 10% off and enjoy being swaggy. Well, we've been really nice to this so far, so let's get into some of the cons. Now, these cons are super nitpicky for the most part. Some of them are functional improvements that I would like to see, and all of which are going to increase the cost that you pay. So if you think that these improvements are worth the extra cost, let me know in the comment section below. And if Acetac is watching this, maybe they'll include them in a future release. Maybe the version 3 of this will have these improvements. First of which, I'll just talk about some potential cons. Some people might think that these are cons, and I'll highlight them and I'll give you my reasons as to why or why not they might be cons. First of which, this front pouch here does not have any Velcro in it, but guess what? The Spirit Systems fanny pack doesn't have Velcro in it either, and it's, I think, double the cost. So there's that. The other thing the Spirit Systems has is Velcro on both sides here. Again, double the cost if you want that additional Velcro, and this one does not. But I can honestly tell you that from using this for years and being a dad and rocking fanny packs, I've never needed the other Velcro portion in here. And I would say that the organization is probably more useful in here than an additional Velcro piece would be, because you'd still have to buy the additional Velcro attachments to have that additional organization. Now, if you're using this just for a medical bag, then you might want to add that, but you still have one side to do that with, and you have organization on the other side. So is that a con? Maybe, maybe not. It's up to you. Now let's talk about this elastic here. This is going to hold a tourniquet or whatever else you want to put in here. And what I like to see when I have camouflage on my kit, I like to see any elastic, any Velcro to all be that same camo pattern. The strap even, if I can get it. But I understand at this price why it isn't like that. At least it's the same color as part of the camo pattern, which is acceptable for me. But if you want it to all match, it's not going to happen at this price point unless you want to pay more, then it might. Where it is also important is the opposite. So if you want to be incognito, if you want to blend in with the normies, if you have the tan version of this, or if you have the Ranger Green, you want this to be the same color as the rest of the bag, because heaven forbid a soccer mom sees this elastic here and they say, oh no, that guy could put a tourniquet in there and save someone's life if they're bleeding out. I'm offended. We definitely wouldn't want that. Yeah, this does not match, and I'm okay with it, but I would prefer it to match. The last thing in this con section that we need to talk about is going to be the strap. Now, the reason why it's so important in this fanny pack is because this is much larger than this fanny pack. This is probably close to the industry standard. A lot of fanny packs are about this size. This one is a little bit bigger. So the good news is you can carry a full-size handgun in this, which is awesome. You can carry a lot of stuff, but that's also the downside. You can carry a lot of stuff, so this could get pretty heavy. And that is where this strap is gonna need to do a lot of things. For one, it's going to need to help support the weight, and where it's supporting that weight is on your lower back. And if you're anything like me, you're over 30, and you have a lower back. If you have a lower back, let me know how yours is doing right now in the comment section below. Also, share this with someone with a lower back. I find that if I'm wearing a fanny pack for an extended period of time and I've got it loaded up, my lower back does not feel great. So I'm always looking for improvements in this area to alleviate that back pain. One of which that they could implement would be to make this taller, the strap taller or wider, however you want to say it. And that is going to just help distribute the weight better. It's math. The other thing it's going to do, though, is probably increase the cost, because this is a standard size for nylon strap. And if you go outside that standard, you're going to have custom stitching, you're going to have custom orders. It's going to cost more money. But one thing that they could for sure do which would increase costs, but maybe not as much, would be add elastic to these straps. Now I have seen this done in premium fanny packs, having a little elastic here, a little elastic here, stitching that in, and then you have that stretch, which is awesome because one, it helps distribute the weight, it helps dampen that shock as you're running or moving or doing whatever with this on, and it makes it so as you're bending, there's no pinch points. As you're moving, it's just moving with you, and it's super comfortable. I'm kind of spoiled that way with the Igonic belt. If you've seen my review on that, you know that I can't really go back to a regular belt after having that elastic. It's just so much more comfortable. And they could add that to this probably for not too much more money, and it would really help this stand out, even though it doesn't really need help standing out because it does like 4 times the amount of things that these other ones do for half the price. But it would be something that would be really nice, and I'd really appreciate it if you could do that Acetac. That'd be great. Connected to the strap, we have this detachable mechanism. 2 things that I see as problems with this. One is that it is shaped in a way that could potentially cause some poking on the top or the bottom of this. And secondly, it's going to be aesthetically, it looks kind of tactile. So if you are trying to be incognito, you have a solid color of this, you don't want anything that screams, hey, that guy probably has a gun in there, because that looks like a tactical thing. Rounding that would not only make this less overt of an option, but it would also make it more comfortable. Now, I personally haven't had any issues with this digging into me, but I am 6'3", 180 pounds. I'm not what you would call an overweight individual. If you're someone with that tactical girth, you would probably appreciate having these 2 things rounded as well. Now, a couple ways that you could do that. You could just take a file and round these yourself, or if you want this to be just better out of the box for those folks and just aesthetically, there might be a way that they could switch these out for something rounded and more generic, you know, for the normies. I think we're just going to wrap up the video now because there's not much else to say other than what I've said before, which is it's half the price of the other ones. It does 4 times as much. Comes in pretty much every camo pattern and color, and it's available right now. So you can just like go get it right now. Well, there's my thoughts on this transformer bot of a fanny pack from Acetac. Again, a big thanks to Acetac for providing this for review. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this pack, and be sure to use the link in the description or the pinned comment if you want to pick it up at a nice little discount. And as always, thanks for watching, stay free, and God bless. See ya.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, I think that we've all had enough. Oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey.
Everything up until this point in the video has been a pro for this. It's a very versatile setup, can do a lot of things, and that is me saying the same thing twice.
It's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation.